What's up, family? Pastor Jerome here, and I want to continue to build on my last post about the Council of Nicaea. One of the frequent sources that a lot of people who oppose Christianity, in particular blacks that embrace Christianity, one of the main sources they use is Walter Williams's The Historical Origins of Christianity. The problem is the fact that this source is actually a terrible source. In fact, Walter Williams himself had to do a revised edition. If you look at this pic here, you'll see revised, because once you read this book, you'll find what I find, and that is no notes. He was lacking footnotes. In fact, the author had to come out and talk about the lack of sources and sourcing to support his claim. But that's the least of the concerns when people use Walter Williams as a source to refute the historic origins of Christianity, as well as Christianity in Africa long before slavery and colonization. One of the things he does is Walter Williams confuses the Library of Alexandria with the Library of the Serapeum. These two libraries were not the same structure, and Walter Williams gets his timelines completely wrong. Here's one of his comments from the book that shows the confusion he has about history. He says, "This refutes the lie that is told about Alexander the Greek building the Library of Egypt to house the supposed thousands of books of the fictitious Aristotle, his supposed teacher. Aristotle is deemed fictitious because the Greeks during the time of antiquity did not have an alphabet nor institutions." Well, here's the problem with the timelines because of this. First of all, no historian has stated Alexander built the Great Library, as that was done long after his death. Nor does anyone claim the library was built to house the works of Aristotle. It was built to house any significant works passed through Alexandria, and copyists were employed to copy texts from all over the known world. Another claim that Walter Williams makes in his book is about the Donatists. He says this: he rewrites history by claiming the Donatists rebelled against those who handed over sacred Egyptian writings. Never mind that the whole affair actually took place outside of Egypt, and that the Donatan of Constantine was issued to get Sylvester I, who was actually the bishop of Rome, but Williams imagined him to be a part of the imaginary Egyptian religious community to get the Egyptian religious community to worship the image of Serapis. Again, the timelines are wrong and the history is completely inaccurate from his account. You can disagree with Christianity, you don't have to believe it, but what you cannot do is rewrite history or rewrite the timelines. The timelines will always tell on you. And so when we actually look at the history of this, we find that his claims are patently false, historically inaccurate. And while I realize that may not be enough to get you to place faith or saving faith in Yeshua, it does mean that you are inaccurate about the claims that are being made. And Walter Williams is just not a source. Again, I showed you he had to backtrack from his own book for his lack of sourcing, and the revised edition attempted to correct that, but it still fell short. When you put all this together, what you find is when you want to come against Christianity, it's important that you have sources that provide accurate sources and that the timelines and historical accounts match. Again, family, we got to engage in these conversations. We have nothing to worry about, but we must stop giving faith-based answers to fact-based questions. I'll continue to build more as we break down what really happened at Nicaea and how to decipher some of the sources and the bad sources that try to come against us. I love you. God bless you. Peace.